Hi, Squirrel Girl. How are you? Thank you so much for showing up tonight. This is my first live ever, and I have no idea what I'm doing. And so I had some technical problems. I was trying to go on my computer, and it just wouldn't. It just kept loading and loading and loading. So I switched over to my phone, and I'm here. Thank you so much. How are you doing? I don't have anything tonight, like any subject plan. I thought we could talk about um, plant-based during the holidays, but also, since this is my very first live, I thought maybe I could just kind of just introduce myself. Maybe it's just you and me. I wish it was like a Zoom. So, are you based? Is that how you eat, or are you curious, or are you here for like the slow life? Ouch. I have this I have a trigger finger. Have you ever had a trigger finger? It just folds in. I have to like do this. So if you see me, it doesn't feel very good. Oh, good. Oh, yeah. You know what? I love cooking too. Like I I, I come from this from almost like from cooking from like a cuisine perspective, not like I need vegan food because of my lifestyle, although I do need vegan food because of my lifestyle, but I'm really into the cuisine. So what are you going to have? What are you going to do for Thanksgiving? Are you even American? Sorry. Oh, when I make yogurt, so actually that was like way in the beginning. And, when I went from vegetarian to plant-based, I mean, vegetarian to vegan pretty much. And I mean, I eat vegan, but I don't always call myself vegan, but, I just don't like the labels and, you know, but, oh, you're so close to me. I'm in North Carolina. Yeah, I'm in like the Piedmont of North Carolina. So the starter that I made in the very, very beginning when I was going from vegetarian to vegan was actually a regular yogurt starter. I was using Fage, the Greek yogurt Fage. I was just using that to start my yogurt, and I would use about a tablespoon of it. But then I switched to, well, there are vegan yogurts like Coco June that would work very well. That's you get plain yogurt, no sugar, nothing else added to it. Um, and that would work really well. Or you could just get a yogurt starter, or you can get probiotic, like the probiotic capsules. It seems a little expensive to do that, but once you have your yogurt, you can use do that. But once you have your yogurt, you can use it to start your next yogurt, and so on and so on. And eventually, it will you'll need to get a new starter. Oh, really? I don't even know where Lenoir is. I'm probably not even pronouncing it right. I moved here about 4 years ago. Where is it Lenoir? Lenoir? um, where is it in the mountains, in the Piedmont, in the coastal region? nice. Wow, we haven't really been to the mountains. We haven't explored the mountains that much. I really, really want to. But we've been kind of like tight on our budget, so we haven't really been able to do a lot of that. How fun. My neighbor, she's in the log cabin next door. She's always going to Boone. She's I think she's 83 years old, but her kids are always like getting like Airbnbs all over the mountains in Virginia, everywhere, and she comes back with the best stories. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Hopefully I'll get there soon. So, I just saw this recipe on Instagram that looked so good. I'm bummed because I won't have enough time to do it before Thanksgiving because I really thought it would be fun. But it's the you take Brussels sprouts and you ferment them like kimchi. So you ferment them in like a 2% salt solution and a little acidity. Like you could use maybe some sauerkraut to add to it, like to kind of start it. And then you add peppers and chilies and all kinds of stuff. And you need to ferment it for like 2 to 3 weeks. And um, and then you can roast it, and it's supposed to be super good with like a lot of umami flavor, like kind of cheesy. Oh, college town, yeah. I lived in a college town in Ohio. Have you ever heard of Yellow Springs, Antioch College? You did it? Oh yes, you did. You oh my God, did you smoke it on the grill? Did you like I learned about that. I got the idea from do you ever watch the show The Splendid Play, or like not watch it, visual, but listen to the show The Splendid Play on NPR? I there was this guy, this chef on there, and he was just talking about how you can make um certain vegetables have a kind of meaty, have like a meaty texture, by like kind of air drying them in the fridge. Actually, it's based off of a chicken recipe from the chef of the Zuni restaurant in San Francisco. She's the one who kind of air dried her chicken in the fridge, and it gave it a certain texture. And this guy was saying, well, you could do that with like beets, and you can do that with. He said beets was like the best way to do it. You can give it kind of a bacony texture. So I'm answering the could you write that idea up? Um I'm gonna be working on a blog. I have the URL and everything, and I've been trying to get everything else kind of all my ducks in a row. But I'm working on a blog right now. I'm trying to get a few blog posts written before I launch it. But oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Yeah, they were really good, huh? Yeah, yeah. Yep, I love that show, The Splendid Plate. I get so many ideas. That's kind of what I really wanted with this whole page, was to sort of create, like to kind of inspire people to be creative. And there's a few of us who are like that, but I think for the most part, so many people need recipes. Mm. But yeah, I will write that idea up for sure. I will write that idea up and put it in my blog and maybe in my newsletter as well. Oh, you're so sweet. I really, you have no idea how much I appreciate you. That's, yeah. The fact that you are here today supporting me means the world to me. or else I would just be, you know, it means everything to me. Everything, absolutely everything. I really appreciate that. Whoa! Oops. There's like these things on here. Oh, there's filters. I can give myself a glow. No, I don't like the glow. I already have a glow from the computer. I don't know. I've never done this before. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I love our little log cabin. I don't know how to get everything back. Go back. Yeah, I love it here. I love this part of the world. I didn't realize. So I lived in a lot of places. I am originally from Southern California, and then we moved to Oakland, California, and and I was I don't know why I mean, I was very excited about moving to North Carolina, and I didn't know why. Like I just knew that I needed to be here, and I did a little digging into my ancestry, and I found out that like my family came to Virginia in 1700s, and they settled in a town in Germana, um, which is I haven't been there yet, but it's a colony it's in ruins now, but they have like a visitor center and there's Germana College, and you might know of it. But that is where like 47 sorry, that was colonized by 47 people. It was like Germans who were they were as far west in the United States as anybody was. It was the most westernmost colony of the British colony, and it was German. And so I knew about that, so I was in that, interested because of that. But I also knew my family were Quakers. Like my grandpa was a Quaker, um, and I didn't know how that worked. But it turned out that the German people moved to North Carolina, not far from here, and they married Quakers, and and now I'm going to I go to a meeting house that might actually be where some of my ancestors were. And so I think it's just so cool, this part of the world. Oh. Oh, good. I wish we were Zooming. It would be more fun. I would love to actually. um, yeah, talk. Have you ever been to Clubhouse, the Clubhouse app? So, like, I didn't know that the live chats you have to pay. Like, some of them you have to pay. Oh, from Dallas. Okay. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. I used to work out of Dallas. I was I lived in New Mexico, but my office was in Dallas, so I would fly in. Yeah. Are you originally from Dallas? Oh. They don't charge. Oh, it's oh. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Over on Instagram. I keep losing my voice. Sorry, I keep clearing my voice. Over on Instagram. So when I started over on Instagram, I was kind of doing a gray hair advocacy. Like that was what I started doing. You were born in New Mexico. Oh my gosh. Where? Yeah. Hobbs, oh my gosh. So we lived in Tijeras. We lived in Albuquerque for a while, and then we bought our house off grid, which we still have, which is why we don't have money. But yeah, but we have a house in the mountains there where it's off grid, and we can't. We're having a hard time selling it because no one will write a mortgage for a house that's off the grid. How fun! I consider myself New Mexican. I mean, yeah, I lived in California until I was like 20, and but I really grew up in New Mexico. New Mexico's special. I think it's special. My kids are there. We're gonna go there at Christmas time, and we're gonna be driving there. But I just haven't really talked much all day, so yeah. But it's just so special. There's like culture there, like I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's magical. I know it's kind of a tough area, but part of that toughness is what makes it what it is. You know, like we lived, like when we were in Ohio, I liked Cincinnati because it was a little more rough around the edges. And it seems like when you get that kind of rough around the edges, you also just get salt of the earth people. But then when everything's so perfect, the people are a little too perfect too. I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're on the up and up in terms of your cold. Yeah. I'm really curious about West Virginia. I don't know why, but every time we drive through, I'm so curious. Like I feel like a magic. Like there's just something I don't know. I don't know what it is. Something in the hollers. But I feel like it almost like it might have that New Mexican magic. I watched these YouTube videos. Oh, what's this guy's name? It starts with an S. Oh, wow. Wow, yeah, that's stressful. I have a lot of friends who were um, wildland firefighters, as you call it. Yeah, a lot of my friends in New Mexico is kind of who we hung out with, and it was always very nerve-wracking whenever there was a fire, like smoke jumpers, and oh my God, I have a friend who's been married, was married to a man. She's still married to him. They're still doing great. They're like our besties. But like he would send pictures back to her where he was just like in front of a wall of fire. Can you imagine that? Gosh, but everybody's okay. Everybody, everybody's fine. Yeah, that's what it feels like that. I don't know what it is. But yeah, maybe it's just because there's deep culture, or maybe it's all the all the all the religion and magic, all of it happening, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta explore it a little bit more. Do you have any suggestions of a good place to go in West Virginia, or I guess the Appalachians altogether? Oh yeah, I love the mountains. I don't really live in the mountains. I live in the hills, but I guess people who are on the coast in North Carolina say that I live in the mountains, so I guess I live in the mountains. We have small little mountains around here, but we're a good 3 hours from Asheville. I love the woods. When I lived in New Mexico, I had 7 dogs at one time, and I trail ran, and I would just run through the woods, and it was the best thing. It was the most mystical thing ever. It just felt so, I don't know, primal. Okay, tiny town. So southwest, just the southwest area. So that, yeah. So that sounds like it could be near me. Because, I mean, I'm not really west. I'm in the center. But, yeah. Yeah. Do you know where Winston-Salem is? I'm about an hour away from Winston-Salem, near Greensboro, Mebane. Yeah. So are you doing anything for Thanksgiving? You gonna have your grandkids? Really? Oh my gosh. Well, I'm not far from Greensboro. Have you ever, there's another creator called Salgados on the Go, and she's in the Greensboro area. Um, but she shows up in the community chats too. Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll have to go for a hike or something sometime, or go to a winery. Because you've got to be in the area where there's like really good wineries, huh? I used to work in the wine business. I mean, I will still work at a wine store or something, but I worked at a winery in Santa Cruz Mountains. And when we came here, I was very excited to check out like the wine country, but the wine in North Carolina is okay. Some of it's good, some of it's. But I hear good things about Virginia wine. Oh, yeah. Are they vegan? Are you vegan like full time? I'm not judgmental. I think I mentioned in a video one time like the people who are helping the animals and the environment the most are people who are um, conscientious omnivores, like the people who just eat less meat or are conscientious about where they get their meat. Those are the people who are making the biggest difference. Yeah, there's lots of I mean, there's wine country like in every state now it seems, but I think there there's some that have a pretty good reputation in Virginia. And go figure, Thomas Jefferson was really into wine, and so it kind of, I don't know, kind of makes sense that Virginia might be interested in doing that. Yeah. It's all right. So are you gonna do like a vegan Thanksgiving? We're having a turkey. I'm not very happy about it, but my husband really wants one. So yeah, I know. That's the same thing. I mean, Michael, he loves turkey. Like, the little boy in him has always looked forward to turkey. I could not deny him that. And we kind of perfected our turkey last year. we I tend to use Alton Brown's turkey brine, but then we have a cast iron Dutch oven, and we have a Weber kettle grill, and the Dutch oven fits just inside the kettle grill, and so we put the turkey inside of it, cover the Dutch oven, cover the oven with coals and everything, and it cooks. It gets so hot it cooks in like 2 hours. Yeah, it's under. I have I have like community is really important to me. Animal welfare is important to me, but like traditions, those are important too. Family time. And so, sometimes you have to balance it all. Um, Turkey from a good place, but yeah, what's your favorite thing to cook? We were pescatarian for a while, and we were eating fish like all the time. We had this we subscribed to Alaska Wild Alaska, something like that, fish thing. Um, we come up with it. We actually don't have a big. We don't really like to eat a lot of meat, even fish. Like we don't do it. Oh, pastries. I am not a very good baker. Um, I Part of it is that I just don't really know what to do with what I bake. With the stuff if I bake, I don't really have anybody to bake for. We can't eat it all. I don't want to freeze it. I don't really like to have it around. And pastries, they seem intimidating. Like they seem really I would like I don't do it. And I haven't, so even when I make pies and stuff like that, I kind of overwork the dough. I'm not very good with my hands. I did. So, one of the things that we used to get in our box was sable fish. I don't know if you've ever had sable fish, but it's really, really good. It's super rich fish, high in omega 3s. It's only in Alaska, and it's like very fatty. It's hard to overcook, but there's a recipe. I make it with I used to make it with miso and maple syrup, and maybe like chili crunch. But if you go on to Nobu, if you look up Nobu sablefish or black cod recipe, and it's so good. It's so easy. I actually might even have it on my channel. But it's so easy. You can marinate it for like 2 days, and it's almost like I call it the pork belly of fish. Yeah, I kind of got into, well, so when I first started, when the channel was more kind of ancestral, before I realized that I was having a gluten problem. This is actually how I realized I was having a gluten problem. I was doing the sourdough, but I started doing roti, like Indian roti, um, like paratha, where you roll it out really thin, and then you butter it, or grease it somehow, and then you kind of put it into different shapes, like an accordion shape, where you kind of fold it in a way, um, where there would be lots of folds, and then you roll it out, and then you pan fry it, and it creates like a really flaky um, flatbread. I started getting into that whole pastry idea. It's not quite like pastry, but like I never realized that you could get flakes that way. Yeah. I liked salmon mostly. It was like salmon and sable fish. I would love to do some pastries though, some like meat pies on my channel. Maybe like lentil pies or something like that. I have to come up with a good. Oh yeah, and now I'm using einkorn flour now, so I think I can return to some of that baking, because einkorn seems to be fine with me. I don't really have gluten problems with that, and it's flour. It's just einkorn is genetically different. It's supposed to be more like ancestral, ancestral flour, and so the gluten is molecularly different. But yeah, but salmon can be is. Um, I don't think so. I don't think I've tried spelt. I'm I haven't actually cooked with it. I don't know if I've ever had it. What's it like? Is it like flour? I mean, I just got teff, so I'm gonna make teff soon. Teff is what's used in Ethiopian bread, that injera. Have you ever had an Ethiopian food? It's so good, but it's served, if you haven't had it, on this fermented flatbread. That's like if you order like family style Ethiopian food, you get a big plate and then all the little like side dishes, but they're just dishes. Like they're just I don't know if you call them side dishes, but like different foods are on this um, bread plate. And it's real spongy, kind of tangy, and you use it to scoop up your food. It's like your utensils. It's so good. Oh, okay. So einkorn is supposed to be kind of like that too, I guess. But it's like white flour. It's not, it doesn't seem like exotic. It just seems like all-purpose flour, only it's einkorn. I don't know. But spelt, it seems like maybe I've had it in a cereal or something. But it seems like is it brown? I should look it up. Oh, I could look it up here. Oh, it's not working. Oh, oops. Okay, never mind. I I unplugged my keyboard in order to. Oh wait, I think we got it. Oh, I'm such a mess. Okay. I don't know. I used to have Ethiopian food in Oakland. There's a lot of places, Eritrean and Ethiopian food places. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm sure we have it at Weaver's at the market that I go to. They probably have it. Like I've heard of it, but I just yeah. So I mean, I don't really do a lot of bread stuff anyway, except for I don't know. I don't know if you follow me on Threads or Instagram or whatever. I do a lot of tacos. Like I eat tacos all the time. Like sometimes every day. Like this morning, well last night I made tacos with cauliflower, butter beans, and mushrooms with a sofrito. No, like a little bit of sofrito and a little bit of salsa, and it was really really good. I roasted it all. Um, but yeah, I'm always putting things into taco shells. Okay. Yeah, I don't really do a lot of tacos that much here, but um, I mean, I do have some taco recipes here, but I figure people. Ooh. Okay. Hi. Oh my God. Okay. Well, welcome. How are you doing? How do I spell that? I can't even see. Is it Guida Paseo? Greetings from North Carolina. Oh. Oh. Is it Kike? Are you Kike? I never know who people are under what their um yeah. So when I was in my 20s, I went to Lima, Peru, and okay, so where do I get these barbecue chickpea tacos? I think that's KK. Are you KK? And trying to get quarter cup barbecue sauce. Oh, can I screen shit? Okay, I'm screen shitting it. Okay. Half veggie broth, salt, and pepper to taste. Is there any particular kind of barbecue sauce that you like to use? I love mule something. There's like a mustard based barbecue sauce that is so good. Okay. Sweet Baby Ray's. Okay, that's good. Oh yeah, so yeah, this is some Texan advice. Sweet Baby Ray's. I don't know. I mean, well, I actually don't know what kind of barbecue sauce as a Texan you would choose. That sounds good. And then, so you fry up the chickpeas, um, and before you put in the sauce, and then you add the sauce, and then the veggie broth later, and then simmer it down. Is that okay? Okay, until it gets thick and caramel. Ooh. Oh, sorry. I don't think I should save this live. Burping. Okay. um, oh, that sounds so good. That sounds amazing. Oh, maybe I need to do that tomorrow. So I have a video coming up where so we have mice in our pantry. We had mice. We still do actually, but my husband bought like a whole bunch of canisters, like glass canisters, to put all our dry ingredients in because the mice were eating like the pasta and the rice, and so this weekend, and I filmed it. I like I was up till like 4 o'clock in the morning cleaning out the pantry, and now it looks so cool. I'm so excited. How like someone, I mean, I'm not the kind of woman who's into shoes and stuff. I have still shoes that are like 15 years old. Um, but like you see like some like animals and they have these like fabulous like shoe rooms or like closets. Well, I have a fabulous pantry now. I'm so excited. And so now I have like my chickpeas in a jar and like my beans in a jar and everything. And so I'm excited to use. Oh, and I have canned chickpeas too. So sorry, I just went off on a tangent on that. Oh, oh, that sounds good. You know what else would be good with the like the barbecue chickpeas? It's to kind of like maybe even go with like a cilantro type of um, like a coleslaw, like like you would do with a fish taco, or you would do with the barbecue. You eat your barbecue with coleslaw, like a little creamy kind of cilantro coleslaw, because I like cilantro with barbecue sauce. I'm so I'm you know I'm not very organized. I deal with some like problems. And but when I get into something, I really get into it. Like I have problems with inertia. Like it's hard to get going, but once I get going, I'm up until 4 o'clock in the morning. um but yeah, I'm so excited. I want to do that to all parts of my house. It oh oh Kike, oh oh lo mismo. Te mando saludos um, también. Oh, I love her. I love Tia Luz. Oh my gosh, is she there? Is Tia Luz aquí? Muchos besos. Ooh, yeah, that sounds really good. Yum! I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try. I mean, I don't know what I'm making tomorrow, so maybe that's what I'll make. Tonight I made a chili spaghetti. So I don't know if you've ever been to Ohio, but there's Skyline chili, but I didn't do Skyline chili. They have a vegetarian chili too. It's with black beans and rice. And so I had made a black bean and rice chili that we served over lentil spaghetti. And I made like a I made a vegan cheese sauce. And the vegan cheese sauce is so easy. You can really, it's very forgiving. Um, but I just made it with, usually I make it with like a boiled potato, nutritional yeast, cashew cream, or you can even use like cashew milk or soy milk or whatever. Did I mention nutritional yeast? Salt, garlic powder, onion powder, and a little bit of lemon, and you just blend it up. You blend it up really well in a high-speed blender, and it has that consistency of cheese sauce, and it's so good. And there's so many, like tonight I made a different variation of it. I used butter beans, and I used potato flakes, and I used salsa in lieu of the garlic and onion, and even the lemon juice. The salsa had it all. The pasta is made of lentils. It's gluten-free. No lentils in the sauce. Just black beans with like a sofrito, like a peppers and onions and garlic and chipotles, um, cumin, and tomatoes. Um, and what else did I put in it? Yeah, so I just made black beans, and then I added like the tomato, sort of peppers and onions and garlic and chipotles and cumin. Yeah, the butter beans are so starchy that they work really well with it. But it seems that you always need like potato. Potato is what gives you that really smooth, cheesy consistency. And potato flakes work great too. Like you just throw in a handful of potato flakes and it works so great. There's a channel. I got this from Plentiful Kiki. She's, like one of those. She's a plant-based YouTuber, kind of a weight loss channel. She's always like gorgeous and like in her belly. You know what I mean? But she lost a lot of weight doing this high starch, high like whole. It's called the Starch Solution, the McDougall diet, which I kind of do. I try to. It's a low fat, high carb diet, and I mean it works. I'm full all the time, and I've lost weight. Um, but that one is like very like low fat, but I'm not that low fat because I think fat is good for you and it's good for your food. It's good for your taste buds. Yeah, yeah, I just used a can of butter beans too. It's it's good. The butter beans do impart a little bit of an off taste, which you don't notice, when you put it on top of your chili because chili is so flavorful. But when you kind of eat it alone, it's kind of, there's a little, the canned butter beans. But I think that fresh butter beans would be a little different. But you can use like cannellinis or dogs. But the butter beans, they're so soft. Yeah, the pasta lentil is it's like that high protein. Oh, what is it called? It's a popular brand. It's a famous brand. It's in that orange box. It starts with a B. Well, it can be random too. That's fine. Ooh, I like refried. I am the only one who likes refried beans in our house, but yeah. You know what? Making beans is so easy. Like to start, I just throw I soak my beans, but you don't really have to soak them, especially if you're like staying at home. It just takes like maybe 20 minutes longer to cook it, but I just like rinse the beans, throw the beans in, put some water, throw in a bay leaf, let it cook a little ways, and then I put salt in. Well, I could salt it right away. You know, you just You want to wait till the beans are soft before you put any acidity in it. But it's like really easy, you know. It's easier than opening up a can, honestly. Thank you, Kike. Oh, so Kike, I want to do ají de gallina, but I want to do it like a vegan style. So I'm planning on doing that. I actually have um, ají amarillo, the paste, in my fridge right now. I get it off of Amazon. Oh, that's so sweet. I wish I could give you guys big hugs and kisses. I miss you so much. I had the best time of my life in Peru. I really did. Grateful. I'm so grateful for all that you did for me. It was amazing. Hi, Chaz. Thank you for showing up. No, how fun. How are you doing, Chaz? Hey. So, Squirrel Girl, when I was in Peru with, and I was living at Kike's house, and so Peruvian food is absolutely incredible. Like, it's some of the best food ever. And there's this dish called ají de gallina, and gallina means chicken or hen, and ají is the chili. It's a yellow chili. And so this is a chicken with a walnut cream sauce with the ají, eggs. Yeah, it's really incredible. Thank you. So I really, you guys, you're just giving me all the fuzzies. Thank you so much for showing up for me today, and I'm glad you're doing well, Chaz. So sweet for you to show up. So tell me, are you vegan? I mean, no judgment if you're not. Yes, all gonna go on the blog, and maybe I'm gonna try out your barbecue chickpeas. So you know what? While I have y'all here, I'd like to know, is there anything that you would like to see on my channel? Anything that would um, be interesting to you? It doesn't even have to be food related. I'm trying to actually be a little less food related, although I mean, I love doing the food all the time, but I also, want to tell a little bit abroad. Like my husband, he is doing all this woodwork and he's making beautiful things, but he's actually going to be making our kitchen counter. So that's going to be a story from the fallen trees in our backwoods. And I want to, talk about thrifting, maybe take you along to go thrifting. I'm not sure if you're interested in what I'm learning about Quakerism as I've been going to meetings, or just general lifestyle stuff. So as far as homesteading, I know, like, I started this channel as kind of a homesteading channel. I'm not sure if we're exactly homesteading. We did homestead in New Mexico. I mean, I started to garden, but didn't produce much. Uh, and you know, because we're plant-based, we're not keeping any animals. So, Kiki, I'm not doing meat, but I will do something like it. Oh, good. Okay. Counter remodels. Yeah, I'm all about community and the Quaker testimonies are a great life guide to. Have you heard? Chaz, are you a Quaker? Yeah, you're right. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad that interests you. It's totally interests me. I love where we live. I love our woods. I love living here. I'm here all the time. I'm such a homebody. So, oh, thank you, Squirrel Girl. Yeah, so really trying to be sustainable in all the things, as much as we can. So maybe I'll do some videos on my Quaker journey. So my as I mentioned to you earlier, Squirrel Girl, that my ancestors were here back in 1750, and they were part of the Underground Railroad. They were the Quakers who were part of the Underground Railroad. They kind of started that with Levi Coffin. And the beginning of that is not very far from my house. It's from my home. It's in New Garden, Guilford College. It's a Quaker college. And so I'm planning on doing a field trip there to learn a little bit more about, the Quakers from the 1750s, from that period of time, the Underground Railroad. And there's a very special tree in the woods there. And oh, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you. Oh, okay, Jazz. It's hard to know, Oh, that is so exciting. I'm so glad you're here. My dog, I got so excited my dog came. Okay, more plant-based foods. Yeah, well, then I'll keep on cooking. Yeah, I've been wanting to do it. I haven't really know how to kind of lay it out. And I'm new. I'm pretty new to Quakerism. So I've been kind of trying to just feel my way through it. I spend oh this so when you go to a Quaker meeting, you I don't know if you know what happens, but you go into a meeting house, and there's like different types of meetings. There's a programmed meeting that usually has like someone kind of pastoring it. I don't know if you call it pastoring, but they are leading the meeting. And then you have a unprogrammed meetings where people just go in and they just sit in silence and they wait until if they receive like the spark, if they hear the voice of God, or if they kind of get that sort of divine spark, they might, stand up and express what express that, communicate that. And in the meeting that I go to is semi-programmed. So it's, I guess you would say it's pastored by the lady. Good night, Kike. It's so good to see you here. Give Tia Luce a big kiss for me, and yourself as well. Have a great night too, Chaz. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna we've been on here for an hour, so I'm probably going, it's like getting to be bedtime. I'm gonna close up the talk, but I'm gonna come back next Thursday. I'm gonna do this every Thursday at 9. Is 9 a good time? Or should I do it earlier or later? 9 seems to work for us because of when we eat dinner, but Squirrel Girl, are you waving goodbye to me or Chaz? Okay, cool. So I have a video coming out. I've been trying to do this video for a while, trying to edit it, and it's the Halloween video. My mom passed on Halloween, and it's kind of about 5 years ago, and I talk a lot about her, and it's been kind of hard getting it edited because I'm so, it's kind of an emotional thing. So I'm going to have that come out soon, but I've been trying to get that edited. Getting to bed by 8. Okay. I usually get to bed at like 1. Terrible. Good night, Jazz. Good night, Kike. All right. Okay, well, I'm going to close down this chat, but oh my gosh, I've had the best time. I really appreciate all who've shown up. I love having the company tonight. It was absolutely wonderful and so encouraging. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll probably start advertising a little bit more, but I didn't want to advertise too much because I just wanted, wanted it to be small, and I how, the first pancake is always a dud, but it wasn't a dud. It was wonderful, but I wanted, an opportunity to just make that first pancake. Thank you. Thank you so much for the chat, and I cannot wait till next week. Good night, y'all. Bye.